Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to a non-The Sims simulator game. You guys know that I love simulator games. Obviously, I have a few Planet Zoo videos as well. This game is called the Universim, and it is sort of a combined simulation,
This is quite a beautiful planet.
Yes, stop talking.
Not to ruin it, will you?
Stop talking. The game sasses you. I have skipped the tutorial, but it still sometimes sasses you. So, it's a combined civilization builder and god simulator. So, you actually have god powers. You can do things like smite your people's enemies. But for now, my civilization consists of nothing except this beautiful world. So, I'm going to ruin it by putting human equivalents in it. What we're looking for in this game to start with is somewhere we can spread out. This is looking pretty good here. We've got minerals or stone available in the mountains on either side. We have a water source. It's a pretty decent size water source, so it's not going to run out in like 2 seconds flat. So I reckon this is where we're going to put it. Now the people in this are called nuggets.
Take a look at your new subjects. They're called nuggets.
I just said
largely
that.
Because of their body's apparent inability to keep itself in one piece.
So we've got some food right here. Are you done? Awesome. So first thing I'm going to do is get them researching some stuff. We need a water wheel fairly quickly. We need a well quickly. The water wheel supplies water to your buildings, which you need. The well supplies water to your nuggets. We obviously need fire.
Progress.
And we'll go with water storage because we'll need that for the winter because the water will freeze. Like the main supply of water will freeze. So we need it to power our buildings. And why not fishing? So that gives us 5 things to research to start with. Our nuggets have started building themselves a house. They will do that themselves. And it can actually be quite annoying, because you end up in a situation where they'll put residential houses down everywhere. Now, we actually can't really build anything except the archive. The archive is what lets you save. So our nuggets, we have 2 at the moment. Their names are Elu and Adahi. They are clearly inspired by Adam and Eve. So we've got Adam, Adahi, and Elu, Eve. And everything that follows comes from them. There's no point getting attached though, because, you know, nuggets live, they die, they get put in McNugget meals. Like, that's just how it is. I love these kinds of games. I loved Civilization back in the day. I was a big fan of it. So this really appeals to me. And it's not just sitting around watching for development to happen, because you can do stuff. Like if I press the middle mouse button, it gives me a wheel. So at the moment I can give the gift of love, I can do telekinesis, and I can heal, which is rejuvenate.
Soon become smarter than you.
Yeah, how about you shut up? Alright, was that the water wheel? I think it was. So we'll go to utilities. We want a water pump, but the research was called a water wheel. So we're going to pop this little one down here. Oh, I scared a fox. Come back, little guy. The foxes, like the animals in this, really remind me of like Pokemon. So, like this majestic deer, majestic horn doggo. Oh, where was the fox? He ran away. Oh, here we go. There's a little fox up here. I don't mind these guys. The ones that really bother me are the wolves, because they raid every winter because they like the taste of nugget. Yeah, these guys. They're pretty harmless except in winter, but in winter when they're hungry. So we've gotten a request. They are praying for intervention, although they don't actually believe in me, so I don't know why. This circle here tells you how many of your nuggets believe in you. The answer is 0. Dear Creator, we don't mean to sound like we're complaining, but we're having a tough time doing all the work with just the 2 of us. Is there any way we can expand our civilization? Bring in a few extra helping hands. I sincerely hope there's an easy way of going about this, one that does not involve months of discomfort and weird cravings, followed by hours of excruciating pain. So, if I use this power, I connect them. I think, did that work? No, it didn't. I find this one a bit fiddly. There we go. I think that worked.
I couldn't possibly imagine a better couple.
Their faith in me has increased. I have 100% of the world population believing in me. They're going to go into their little residence here in a sec, because, you know, he's got stuff to deliver first. What do we need? They still need some stone. So this is the kind of stuff I really like about this game, is I can go over here, pick up stone.
We're doing this again, are we?
And, like, pop it in the build. It only obviously works for the raw materials, like stone and wood. I can't lift up advanced materials like brick and stuff, even if we had it. Because if we did, it would be in, like, storage I haven't yet figured out how to get access to. Now, this will remind you of Woohooing from The Sims. We have baby nuggets now! And a new message. They want me to name them. Stick, we'll call Kane.
I hope you've been working on your beach body. You're not going to spend another summer just lazing around, are you?
Yes, I am. All right, come back. Come back. They won't hold still. This one I'm not going to call it Abel. I'm going to call it Lilith. I accidentally called him Cain too. I mean, that's fair. I'm not going to name the rest of them because you pretty rapidly end up with populations you can't keep track of. All right, I'm hoping I've managed to turn off the guy who keeps sassing me because he's quite annoying. I mean, it's sometimes useful having him to give you notifications, but not usually. All right, now what I was saying is I have played this a bit. My biggest single mistake that I made up front was, I'm just putting a well down if you're wondering, by the way. Just trying to find a spot where I can build it. My single biggest mistake was actually I let the research get ahead of where they're up to. And if you do that, I discovered that, like, you'll say, build this new building, and it could be a well, but it's an upgraded form of well, and you might not have the material to build it yet. And then everything kind of stalled. It was a bit sad. So we've got a well, we've got a water pump. The next thing we need is a reservoir, because what happens, like I said, is the pump will freeze over in winter and we need to have water available for us to, like, live off. The well will stay functional throughout winter, but the reservoir not so much. Did we do an eatery yet? No. I think fire just gives them light inside their house at night, like, but it's a prerequisite, obviously, for a ton of other things. So, an engineering hut is what we get from the older one toolkit, but we need the engineering hut because the engineers repair things as they start to break down. This one will increase our well capability and primitive cooking utensils, which just makes them cook faster. So that'll keep the research busy for a while. Now, there's a few different ways that they can eat, like a few different sources of food. We've got plants like this one. Later on, you can get farms and grow more plant stuff. You can, like, grab samples of different plants from around the world, give them to your farmers, and then they'll be able to grow them. So, and different plants prosper in different biomes. So this is a grassland biome. This will be desert over here. This will be forest. And different plants, obviously, will flourish in farms in different biomes. So at the moment, we've got this devil's lettuce, which I suspect is a euphemism for marijuana. It doesn't look like marijuana. Oh, yes, it does. Actually, now that I look, those look like marijuana leaves. Oh, and panda brain plum. I don't know who named these food items. This game's an indie game. Clearly, there's a lot of in-jokes and things going on. It's also still in beta. So, but I found it runs pretty smoothly. I think it's been out for a year or so. The only thing I've really noticed so far that's bothered me is that the word aggressive is spelled wrong. Unless they spell it with one G in America. Maybe they do. I don't know. But yeah, it's a thing. So we've got a well. These guys, if they don't have access to a well, see how she's got a thirst need, which is currently going up. When their needs get low, you'll get like a little symbol above their heads. If they don't have a well and clean water, they'll go and drink out of the lake and then they'll get sick from, like, I don't know why the well water is considered cleaner, I guess. So this pump is currently, we're not using any water with our buildings. So all of the water, this value here is the amount that's going into our reservoir. So you'll see our reservoirs very slowly starting to trickle up. Now later, once I get more epic god powers, I can actually fill it up myself with a rainstorm, like a little isolated rainstorm. In an ideal world, I'll put 2 reservoirs next to each other so I can fill 2 up at once, but the nuggets may not let me because they may build me out. I mean, I can knock down their houses, but it just seems a bit rude. I'm like, oh, poor little dudes. We are currently on, what time? So it looks like it's summer. So wherever my mouse cursor is pointing is actually the temperature. So 17 degrees where they are now. It's 5 degrees on the top of this little ridge here. I'm sure if I zoom out enough, I'll be able to find... Oh, this is a very flat world. But there's some spots over here with snow, so it's -1 degree up there. Now, I might just, while I can, grab this little meteorite. That's interesting. Oh, crystalline crabapple. I'll grab that later. Actually, there's no point grabbing it now. They'll just eat it. I will need it later. So I'm just going to grab this bad boy. And then we'll go home and we'll pop it next to our town center. These are like little alien drop boxes and they have cool stuff inside. So, ooh, wrong button. You can build later on wonders. So you get puzzle pieces from the boxes, but they also tend to have negative consequences. So what I'm just going to do is hook up the twins. Yeah. And yeah. There we go. There's no such thing as incest in this game. This is what happens in your, like, biblical myth. Like, obviously we have to accept if Adam and Eve were real, that we're all the children of incest. It's the only possible consequence. So these guys will now build themselves a little hut. Oh, look, they're kissing. They'll build themselves a little hut and then make a baby because you can only have 1 family group per house. So, well, at this stage, as you get upgraded houses, you can get multi-family groups, like blocks of flats, effectively. Now, these guys are actually trying to decode this. It's kind of annoying. I wish they wouldn't. I'd rather they did other things. We've got our Adam and Eve are over here making some woohoo to make it more subjects. And what else can we build at this stage? We do have a fishing pier. So that's obviously another source of food. So we've got farms, we've got fishing piers. The other thing you can do is hunt. So later on we'll be able to build a garrison and have hunting parties. And then yes, my screen is wet. There's a few cute things like that. Like if I zoom up into a rain cloud, my monitor gets wet. Like I'm on the inside. See all around here, all the little wet spots. The other thing is if you fly, I don't have any buildings big enough, but if you are zooming along and you fly into the side of a building, you get a big crack down the screen. It's really cute. Anyway, I really like this game, you guys. I think it's really cute. I don't know if you'll be as interested in it as me, obviously, you know. Oh, we've got more woohooing happening over here. Lilith and Cain. Yes, they're twins. Shush. Don't overthink it. We're now in summer. When it gets to winter is when everything gets dicey. So we really want, ideally, this thing to be full. It is about a quarter full at the moment, which is great. We've got our fishing pier. I might actually help them out with this. Let's get some rocks. So we'll grab some of these and pop them over there. Got to be careful when you're moving stuff around with telekinesis, because if you drop it by accident, you can kill nuggets. Oh, hang on. He's already got the rocks. I might just pop this one there then. Yeah, if you drop it on the building, you'll destroy it. Like, the god powers are probably the cutest thing about this game, I think. I enjoy building up a civilization. I've always loved those kind of games. It's what I really liked about things like SimCity, and it's what I like about Civilization. Now, currently, it looks like we are the only civilization on the planet. That's the other thing god powers come in really handy for, because that looks like something a bit rude. Sometimes you get other tribes that will be hostile to your tribe and they'll invade. They'll, we'll just assign, how about you? You are our fisher person. They'll like come in and they'll try and foment discord. They might attack you. They might, I don't know. There's a few different interactions I've seen now. And there's a few options for dealing with that. You could pick them up with telekinesis and throw them away. If they drop from enough of a height, they will die. That also works for wolf attacks. You can find the home tribe and obliterate it with a natural disaster. I'm not saying that I've done that before. I've definitely done that before because it's quite annoying. It's like, no, you didn't have to pick a fight with me, but now that you have, I have not yet wiped out a tribe that was not hostile to me, and I would not intend to. If I keep playing this for you guys, I would not intend to do that now either, unless you think I should. I mean, leave a comment. All right, we need an engineer. This is a fairly important building. And then I'm going to build the archive because I won't actually be able to save this without the archive. So we'll pop this one maybe just here. Cool. Now, what these icons mean, this symbol means I can upgrade. So we can make that well better. This symbol means we need to assign a nugget to it. I think Ilu, as our mother of our civilization, would make a great priest. Also, she believes in me, which is convenient. I mean, at the moment, everyone believes in me, so it's fine. And you can tell who believes in you if they've got this icon. They have faith. This icon means they haven't gone to school. And then there are other icons they develop. So Cain is a gourmand. He would be a good cook. We have a workaholic, Lilith. That's great. So we'll have someone come and become our engineer. And then we've got our little archive. So I think we're doing quite well. I've never had a space box this early, I have to admit. We're upgrading the well. Yeah, prioritize that. So I can choose one building to prioritize. You can't do more than one. Otherwise, they tend to just go through things in the order you've told them to. All right, Lilith, you can be my engineer. So the winter has begun. Yay. All right, we got to get our well sorted and we'll get our archive sorted. Just, oh, I can hear wolves howling. And what have I got? I don't have much. I have Kickstart. So that encourages a nugget to get back to work. I've never used that. Jolt of Joy will give them a temporary happiness increase because how happy they are determines the benefits you get as a deity. So Twin Possibility, because my guys are currently very happy. So Twin Possibility is plus 10%, Research Speed plus 15%, Creator Points generated, which is this number, is also plus 15%. So it's good to keep your nuggets happy, which means you've got to look at things that actually help you. I'm running out of laborers. You guys need to like woohoo some more. Hang on. Who's not in a relationship that I can pair off? Whatever your name is. And where's the fishing person? The colours above their heads are their sex. I'm looking for our fisherman. And I think if it's a bright colour, that means they are not currently paired off. I think. Oh. Oh dear. I think I just messed up. I just broke Kane's heart. I'm sorry, Kane. Broken heart. Emergency message from Kane. Alright, so it's not really an emergency. I just needed to grab your attention and this was the only way I could think of to do it. My heart is shattered into pieces. My beloved Lilith has run off with someone somewhat of a local celebrity. Chakeke cannot get away with this. They have this magnificent smile and oodles of charm. You can't miss them. I hope a boulder falls on their head. I'd settle for them choking on lizard candy, though. Please help me get my revenge. Receive one believer. I already have maximum. Unlock Chunder Chain Park. I'm going to say ignore because I'm still very early on. Kane has calmed down and is glad nothing bad has happened. I'm sorry, Kane. I got confused. Hang on. We'll try again. We'll hook you up with someone else. No. Okay. I'm confused. Hang on. I'm not very good at this. Tabano. Okay, alright. So I guess these guys need to... Although it looks like they already have. Cool. They sort of took care of that on their own. That's good. Okay, never mind. It's all good. I didn't want to spend any more creator points anyway, because I think I'm going to need them when the wolves come. Now, once I build a forecast tower, I can sound an alarm. We do not yet have a forecast tower. So, storage areas give us warehouses. Shamanism gives us a witch doctor. Ancient burial gives us a cemetery. We're going to need that for when they start dying. Grass weaving makes them be able to carry more. And cooking oils reduces their hunger need. Alright, well there's not a lot I can do if the wolves do attack. Like I can't sound an alarm. Because if you sound the alarm, they'll go and hide. So if there's a bunker, they'll hide in it. Or they'll hide in their huts. Alright, my reservoir's on 50%. That's not too bad. I can live with that. And I don't want to open this. Aside from the fact that we haven't finished decoding it. I don't know if decoding it actually reduces the negative effects. I haven't figured that out yet. But aside from that, some of the side effects can be things like a meteor fall, like a meteor shower. And there is a god power you can use to avert that, but I don't have it yet. So until I'm a more competent deity, there's not a lot I can do. Other things that are really cool about this game, if you're thinking about getting it, it actually tracks the state of the world. So, for example, the body of water that we've got a fish population. So we know there are 3,575 fish at the moment. If I put a second fishing pier here, then that'll start to drop quite dramatically, potentially to the point where we could fish the lake out and have no fish. Likewise, the bears don't actually seem to be harmful, by the way, if you're wondering. I've never seen the bears do anything. Likewise, the oxygen levels. So over here in this corner, we have the planet condition. We're currently 100 of 100. And what's affecting oxygen levels? Buildings will make it go down. Lack of trees will make it, or trees will make it go up. All right, find my lost nugget. Lilith has lost her nugget. Yumsuka. All right, this I can do. I will pause it. Now, Lilith's hut was... Oh, she's making a new nugget now. This was not Lilith's hut. Is this Lilith's hut? Tabano and Kane. Because obviously Lilith moved out with her new man. Alright, we're looking for this little dude. If I click on him, it actually takes us right to where he is. It's a pretty easy quest. So I'll just need to make sure I've got my telekinesis active. I can pick up the little guy. The wolves will all run away. And then if I press... Oh, it doesn't work. Usually if you press F, it will zoom you back to the destination. Like, yeah, he's crying. It's okay, buddy. I'm taking you home. Don't yell. Your deity's got you. It's fine. So I want to put him down nice and gentle. And that unlocks me Cupidon Park. Lilith is overjoyed to have him back safe and sound. Now, the parks are the residential things that give you happiness increases. I'm not going to do it yet, though, because I actually think there are more important things. So we're going to build an eatery. Pop that over here, I guess. And then we're going to... My biggest problem with this game is I tend to queue up too many actions at once. And then overwhelm my little dudes. And we're going to build a warehouse. Speaking of overwhelming my little dudes. There's the arrow. That way. I'm trying to have everything point towards my town centre at the moment. There we go. So they're going to, again, need stone. Looks like 20 stone for each. I am still worried the wolves are going to attack. I'm actually surprised they haven't already. Maybe because I turned off the... See, look, I dropped it. Somehow I have missed. I don't think that counted either. I'll just leave it there. I can pick it up. I'm scared if I keep doing it, I'm going to kill someone. It's going really well. Maybe I should stop playing Matchmaker. I feel like all I did was break poor Kane's heart. I can't remember. Was Kane the one that murdered the other brother? I think it was. Maybe he had it coming. I'm just saying. A sickly sweet smell hits your nuggets as they near. A few somethings can be heard. Something with intent. Something can be heard turning with intent. Interesting. It reminds me of the way that they did the mother language in Strangeville in The Sims. How it was all the different symbols, although those were still very easy to read. So this is Universim. It's very cute. If you like simulator games, I've been really enjoying it. I downloaded it from Steam. It's very addicting. It's very fun. I find it's like a lot of these games where you're like, I'll just do one more thing. Now I'll just do one more thing. The only thing I find frustrating is there's no way to accelerate the game beyond the speed it's on now. I'm actually playing on the fastest speed. So obviously what that means is there are times when you're kind of like, oh, hey, it's spring. And the wolves didn't attack. Maybe they don't attack in the first winter. I thought they did. All right, nuggets can look forward to having fish. More nuggets are becoming believers, and spring has ushered the cold and brought allergies. I mean, I don't really care about that. We made it through winter. That's very exciting. So, yeah, I might end this part here. If you'd be interested, well, part video, if you're interested in seeing more Universim gameplay, let me know. I'll save this file off. Maybe we could follow this particular nugget society together. That would be fun, I think. So yeah, if you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. You know the drill, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.